I could get an exact, but probably around 60-40. So we're hoping to make this more appealing to our residents to use.
And because it has all been upgraded and it's really nice over there compared to, you know,
Absolutely.
Heritage Park or whatever, you know, kind of compared.
It's very
with Heritage
comparable
Park.
now. You have a lot of amenities when you rent it that your family, it's not you're just stuck under a pavilion. There's a lot to do.
Right.
I think the other thing to point out too, which I think is a great idea, whoever came up with it, is, and so all the residents know, that from January to February, only Taylor residents can book those facilities. It gives them an opportunity to get it before somebody from outside the city.
That was started years back, and that is a good benefit to the
Yeah.
residents, so you're not feel like you're fighting for a spot when January, after the holiday comes, to get your spot.
Also through the chair, there, the fee about the cleanup too, that has been changed, which is a good thing.
Correct, especially the security deposit. If there's damage, it gives us some teeth to go back and get things corrected.
Mr. Chairman,
Councilman Zura?
when do a lot of the January for residents, I think is a good idea. Is that enough time, or should we make that, I don't know when most of these actually get rented heading into the season. Could we make it the whole first quarter?
To Councilman, so we do find that it's pretty established, and there's a line the first Monday or the return after the New Year holiday. There's a line at the rec center for Taylor residents. They line up to get their spot, and it's usually a lot of the same rentals, returners that want their set date for family reunion or whatever it is they do. I mean, we could extend it, but we've never had an issue where the residents in that month period we've never, I don't think, received a complaint that we needed to be longer, but if we did, we'd probably adjust to that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, does anybody else have anything? Okay, thank you, Guido.
Thank you.
If not, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed say no. Motion carries. Okay, that's the end of the open the open business. Also, real quick before I go to council, State Representative Alex Pires is here, and he wanted to update everybody on the unemployment situation in the state.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Council, Mayor, Madam Clerk, Madam Treasurer, for allowing me to come today. I just wanted to be very brief. We've gotten a lot of calls in the office since the 3-week pause happened from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services regarding unemployment. Just so folks know, of course, my office is still open during this time to handle any unemployment-related concerns through UIA. So currently, we still have over 1,000 cases that we've worked through from my office alone in District 12. And of course, you can continue to call my office for those. We've gotten quite a few more calls now that the new 3-week pause was introduced a couple weeks ago. So. Of course, my phone number for my office is 517-373-0852. So folks can feel free to reach out to me anytime, and my staff, Angela, who handles most of the cases on that. Second, we actually returned to session today in Lansing. So we were talking a little bit with the health department director about a vaccine for COVID-19, which is actually 2 different vaccines that are coming to Michigan, one through Pfizer, one through Moderna. Which they're both being approved through the FDA currently. So those 2 vaccines are actually en route to Michigan and should be here early January. So other cities such as Detroit, which they have health departments within their cities, we as a state are working with them to make sure that we're getting those vaccines to those health departments in time for distribution. I know the mayor of Detroit had mentioned that he had hoped to get at least 5,000 Detroiters vaccinated a day once they get those vaccines to Detroit. But they also will, for cities like Taylor, they'll have those run through local Beaumont Hospital, local Henry Ford Hospital in Wyandotte. So all the health departments will have those vaccines for those who are interested in receiving them. So, but I just wanted to make sure everyone kind of had an update on that, and if anyone had any questions, I'm happy to do
you know if both vaccines are the same, just through different companies, or?
So both vaccines are not necessarily the same. One of them has, at first, when they applied for their license with the FDA, had a 90% effective rate. The other one had a 95% effective rate. Now both of them actually have gotten to the point where that 95% effective rate. They're not the same vaccine though. They're made by 2 different manufacturers, Pfizer and one's Moderna, but they both claim to have the same effective rate.
Chairman.
Councilman Ramik?
Mr. Garza, how are you, sir?
Good, how are you, Councilman?
Outstanding.
Good.
One question I've kind of wondered about, but you never hear them talk about it. What is the period, but have you heard by chance, maybe you've got the briefing or something, have you heard how long from the time you get the shot to the time that you are protected?
Absolutely. It's a good question. So the way that this vaccine works is that you'll have to get two doses of this vaccine. So let's say that you decide that you would like the vaccine and you get the first dose in February, you'll then have to get the second dose in March. It has to be 1 month from each other, and it's a 60-day turnaround for that. So once you do get those two vaccines, it's basically a 60-day window where it becomes effective. It's best effective.
Now, is that like a lifetime thing, or is it like a flu shot where every year it would
Currently,
possibly?
it's going to be like a flu shot.
Okay.
So, and that's really what we're looking at right now. Because it's so new, we know that folks been calling our office and they're concerned about getting this, especially with how new it is, which is definitely understandable. But as of right now, it is looked at as an annual vaccine.
Okay. Anybody? Sure.
Are you planning on getting it?
I do plan on getting the vaccine, absolutely.
Put you on the spot.
No, that's okay, I do plan to.
Okay. Well, thanks,
All right, thank you, Council, I appreciate the time.
Okay, does anybody else on, Councilman Johnson?
Yes, wanted to state that I actually went to our Winterfest this last weekend, and I was going to ask Guido to come up and explain what's going on over there, how's it going,
Looks great.
how this is being distributed, how do we come up with the price, just a basic run-through.
Absolutely. Council, how are you doing again tonight? For all those who have attended, I know Mr. Johnson, Councilman Johnson, Mrs. Winton have been out, and it's been received very well. I mean, the positive feedback that we get from when people check in with their universe ticket and they come out the exit, it's a great response. Everyone does love the event. To date, we're roughly about 7,000 tickets that have been, or attendees, roughly we're trending towards that. That's over the past 2 weeks plus what people have bought going forward the next couple weeks. 1/3 of all those sales are Taylor residents. So it is a pretty large number. They are our biggest, when you look at any area or zip code, area code, they're our biggest consumer of coming to the event, Taylor residents. I think roughly 8 out of 10 people, I was told, stop at the concession stand, buy Cocoa or another, like a Coca-Cola, or they get a popcorn. 8 out of 10 people are stopping, and everyone is received well. They love the Santa Claus, the visit, the interaction they get to have. And, you know, one of the things we've heard is, you know, if I go to Southland or whatever mall that may be, it's a $50 package just to get a picture, and it's a couple printouts. This, you're allowed. You take your phone, take your own pictures of Santa. There's a little chute. He drops down a little treat for you. Blue Water has been a good partner, and I think it's a high quality event. I know those that have attended would probably be able to vouch for that with Mrs. Winton, Mr. Johnson, as he's done. It is a good event. Very proud that our recreation team was able to partner with Blue Water and pull that off. It was not an easy feat, but it is a quality event, and the layout is perfect at Heritage Park, and I feel we brought something that's very unique in quality to the residents that can attend in neighboring communities to show what we're made of and what we can put on.
And just kind of touch on the charities that a portion of the tickets.
Absolutely. So in the beginning, we were focused with the employee night, the dry run and tips and things of that nature that people were giving at the concession stand. We were going to apply that towards the Domsky family Christmas that has to be postponed this year and deferred to next year due to the fact COVID. So we're working through the administration with Lakes of Taylor to have a dollar amount to be able to get that list of people that usually attend that, to provide them a meal with those proceeds that we raise, so that would satisfy that need in the community. And then going forward on revenue of ticket sales and concessions, when this all concludes, we can sit down and come up with a number that can directly go to the Fish and Loaves, the Goodfellows, and things of that nature, charitable organizations that really support our community and help and have a major need right now. So that's where the donations would be. I'm sure there could be more. With the way things are trending, it's looking very favorable.
Mr. Chairman,
Councilman Ramik?
I'm just wondering, for the public that might be watching right now, can we just do like a repeat of when this occurs, you know, during the week? Is there an opportunity to get tickets before the event? That way we let people know out there that may be watching and haven't heard.
So we have a website, Taylor Winterfest, taylorwinterfest.com. If you go to it, it lists out the upcoming themes, and it does rotate, and I have the dates here. This coming weekend, you have Frosty Paws. That's, you can bring your dog, and the dog gets to participate in the stroll with, with the family, and so that's a great one. I think people are gonna really embrace and love. And it's
Mine are
themed.
crazy.
We got the Cat in the Hat, Alvin and the Chipmunks will be there. Your dog can get the photo with Santa. So, I mean, we do feel that'll be well received. There's a lot of dog lovers in the community, and we would want to exclude them. Following weekend is Polar Plunge. That will be Jack Frost, the Abominable Snowman. Performances by the Ballet Americana, Taylor Dance. They've partnered with us, and I don't know if anyone got to witness the previous week, the Nutcracker performance
Yeah,
they
that
put
was
on in Damasco Pavilion. It was top-notch performance. I mean, you felt like you were at a Nutcracker performance. It was great. I enjoyed watching that. And then we got Santa's Workshop the following weekend, the 17th through the 20th. And then that goes through the holiday carnival right before Christmas. So that one would be the 21st, 22nd, 26th, 27th. This is all on the taylorwinterfest.com ticket prices. And then I can bring the mayor up. We listen. We always try to improve. So we're going to try to come up with some opportunities for residents to secure some availability, and I could let him explain if he'd like to come up and speak to that.
Thank you, Guido, Mr. Chairman, Council. We've done a couple of contests just online where we're affording people the opportunity that may not be able to purchase tickets to win it, and it just involves some social media sharing. So today there was a new contest that was launched. Beginning tomorrow, there will be a little bit of a new contest that's available to Taylor residents, and we're kind of mimicking I don't know if any of you have ever heard the breaking and entering on Mojo in the Morning that they do every couple weeks leading up to Christmas. But it's going to be a contest that allows people to nominate families, or they can nominate their own family, and it will be reviewed by an internal panel, and based on their story, free tickets will be afforded to them. So that will be rolled out tomorrow morning. There will be requirements that are established by the committee, and we do anticipate providing a fair amount of free tickets to those that are suffering through tough times right now. Some of the feedback we've heard, and that's I think what Guido was talking about, is we're trying to learn from this. We've heard repeatedly that it's too expensive. So there are a lot of opportunities for different events throughout, this section of Michigan, whether it's the Detroit Zoo, the Toledo Zoo, Hines Park, and there's different price points. We really, with the partnership with Blue Water, we wanted to do something that is above and beyond all the other events that are going on. So